So, Caroline, pretty important day. Career high in points, rebounds, D1 for you. How were you able to feel so productive today?
I don't know. I just felt good. From the start, the energy from the team, myself, I don't think they could catch up with us. So I just felt good, and I keep going and I keep going at them, and then that's how I think I was so productive today. But it's also because of my teammates and everything that happened today.
You're a pretty fast and agile player, at least when it comes to watching you. Do you feel like that also kind of played into a part of how productive you were today and just kind of being able to move so well against their defense?
Yeah, I mean, coach always say like tempo, 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 offense or defense. So like he set the tempo for us, and I think that's why we were successful too.
Kiki, they made a little bit of a run late in the first half, and you came out in the third and I think scored 7 straight to start it and dished off a couple to Susha. Like, was it in your head to try to like kind of set the tone in the second half?
I think Coach O just said in halftime, like, this is a pretty good team. So, like, if we don't put our foots down, they're going to go on their run, and we didn't want them to go on a 6-0 run, catch up. So, as far as, like, me scoring, no, but I knew that all of us together just made a statement coming out the third.
Caroline, when you were out on the bench for a considerable length of time there in the second half, what do you do when you're on the bench at that time?
I just bring energy on the bench, like cheer for my teammates. On defense, like I call out plays to make sure like everyone is set up. I just like this, yeah.
So Higginbottom, you watched her, I'm sure, a little bit because it looked like you anticipated pretty well what she was going to do down the stretch. Did you spend any time studying her live in this situation?
I mean, not really. It was just in the game. I could see like she was not even looking at her, and she was just passing her the ball. And then I made a turnover, so I just wanted the ball so bad, and I just took it a chance, and yeah, it was successful for me. So.
Okay, Ksenia, to you, scoring-wise here lately, it's you tapered off just a little bit, but today got into things going pretty early. Can you take us through the last stretch of games and how that changed for you this afternoon?
Yeah, I mean, the scoring has always been like my thing. That's what I do, but I think in the last games I couldn't like get going much because I had a foul trouble. But today, since like I could be on the court more, so I was just doing what I do.
I think it was in the fourth quarter you picked up your first foul, so it was
Yeah,
newsworthy, I think, at that. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's improvement.
So, Kiki, we've talked a lot over the last 2 weeks about just kind of the lineup shuffles that have been going on. Coming off the bench for a few games, coming back in the lineup. You played with Kobe. You played with Kobe again. Jamia came in at some point. When you guys are as deep as you are, and I know Sean talked about it a little bit on Thursday, but when you're as deep as you are, how beneficial is it to be able to just shuffle around and seemingly blend together really easily across the board to start the game?
Like I always say, it's crazy because our team is like a pendulum. So, like, when Kobe wasn't playing, Peyton was stepping up. Now Kobe's stepping up. So you really just don't know who's going to step up. Caroline steps up. Susha steps up. Jamia steps up. Steph, the stat sheet doesn't show half of the things that she did, but she stepped up in ways I've never seen Steph. I mean, I think every rebound that Steph was on the court, she got it. So it's just our team stepping up whenever our number's called.
I was actually going to ask you about Steph next because I was noticing that she was kind of right in the middle of it the entire time, even though she really wasn't able to get on the board much. But, I mean, when you do have somebody that kind of may not show up on the stat sheet as much as you guys see them play, I mean, what's that kind of like? What's that mean for you guys, this late in the season?
It's just motivation. Just whatever it takes to get a W is what we do.
Yeah, Caroline, he was asking you about if you were, kind of scouting when you were on the bench and stuff. Is your ability to get the steals in the backcourt and the layups, is it mostly instinctual? Is there somebody that you've watched?
Love it.
Yeah. Is there somebody you've watched in your career like I can do that too, or?
Yeah, I mean, like even when I was playing back home, it was my little, I don't know, how'd you say it? Like my thing. Like everyone knew I was gonna steal at least once. But yeah, I just feel it, and it's like the crossover. I just go for it, and I pressure the ball, so it bothers. I know if someone pressure me, I'm like, damn, like, so I do the same.